Hey, Pistols. So you've got your sheet that had your skills on it, and it's really pretty brief. But I wanted to go through it a little bit on the whiteboard so you could see some of the things that we're talking about when we list off pistol skills. Pistol. Now, remember what we're doing with you. We're starting you at a linebacker depth, but you're basically a defensive tackle. We're going to let you get a running start before you have to get into your gap. So, just conceptually, if you were playing the position of defensive tackle instead of pistol, we would be starting you here. And this gap would be your responsibility. You're still responsible for that gap. But as the pistol, we're going to let you have a running start to get in there first. Now, we like to do this because it helps us put players that might not be as big as a defensive tackle into a defensive tackle role. But the opposite side of that is that you have got to be able, and this is your first skill, to time up your blitz. So that means as the quarterback is going through his cadence, you are encroaching or waggling, as the Canadians like to say, closer and closer to the line of scrimmage. So much so that on the snap of the ball, we want you crossing the line of scrimmage and controlling that gap. Now, once you get into that gap, there's a bunch of things the offensive line could try to do to you. They could try to reach block you from the right or left. They could try to double team you. Or they could set up straight and pass block. You have got to be able to get into that gap and then find the ball on impact. That's your second skill. We're not going to try to teach you the things the nose tackle has to do as far as controlling the gap, defeating double teams, rushing the passer. We're just going to try to keep it as simple as possible. Time your blitz, get into your gap, find the ball. Okay, so Pistols, take a look at this. This is from 2 years ago, but I want you to watch. Let me take this one out, I think. Let's use the arrow instead. Yeah. I want you to watch our man Peter right here and watch how he times his blitz and then he finds the ball. See him? Let's watch that again. Just watch Peter. Pay no attention to this arrow. I really like this for a bunch of reasons. They're changing the count, and Peter is coming up, but he's not committing until that ball is snapped. Watch him again. It's a good job. Good job by Peter. Now, once you find the ball, we need you to be able to finish your tackles. And in finishing your tackles, you may never, ever, ever get unnecessary roughness. Now that means no face masks, no horse collars, no hitting the player out of bounds. If you do those things, then that means that you did not put enough effort into getting to the tackle, and you had to resort to lazy tackles. You had to resort to grabbing out with your arms when you should have been in a position to be able to use your shoulders first and then your arms simultaneously. All right, so my Pistols. The good news, you don't have to be 300 pounds to play this position. The challenge is that you have got to be smart enough to listen to the cadence from those quarterbacks and time that cadence in your blitz. And do not be the kid who goes off sides when they decide to change up their cadence. I'll see you at practice.